Another big concern with the spread of the virus are those so-called variants, and we've now learned a contagious strain of COVID-19 has been reported in Central Florida for the first time. New at 11, we're following a developing story out of South Florida after gunfire erupts inside a Miami mall. Police say at least 3 people have been injured. Now, 31 days after the blowout, a pulse signal is being detected in the ruins. Lebanese officials say 7 people are still believed to be missing after the explosions. Using machines, shovels, even their hands, rescue crews are searching for survivors. We continue to follow breaking news. Daytona Beach police confirmed that the suspect accused of shooting an officer in the head is now in custody. News 6's James Barbero is live in Daytona Beach. Governor Ron DeSantis says problems with the production of Johnson & Johnson's vaccines will likely have an impact on Florida, but not right away. The company lost about 15 million doses. And as families clean up the damage from the tornadoes, more severe weather in the area is expected today.
Meteorologist Troy Bridges has your pinpoint accurate forecast.
Right now, Sanford police are trying to find a man who escaped custody after his arrest. Officers have been searching in the air and on the ground for Salvador Sadia after he got away yesterday. Treasure Roberts is live at the Orlando Sanford Airport. Good morning, Central Florida. Thank you so much for joining us on this Saturday. I'm Crystal Moyer in for Amanda Castro.
And I'm meteorologist Jonathan Kagas. That's been the theme of the last few days. It's always hot through September, October.
It is hot.
But it's been nasty.
Hair sticking to your neck. It is just not cute.
You got it. And that's going to be the same today.
That's why officials here in Central Florida continue to step up their vaccination efforts, even though a lot of counties are seeing a low demand in people trying to get the shot. Leaders in Seminole County are trying something new, taking their doses to an unexpected place. Okay, it seems like there's some technical difficulties with the audio there, so I'm just going to run through some of the points that Chief Young had mentioned. Again, 29-year-old Othel Wallace is in custody right now. Several agencies were involved, including U.S. Marshals, FBI, Homeland Security, Georgia State Patrol. He was caught in a treehouse in a wooded area outside of Atlanta earlier this morning. Chief Young did mention there were some officers with the Daytona Beach Police Department on scene, and they were the ones that handcuffed that suspect, Othel Wallace, and took him into custody.
Is News 6 getting results?
Now to that Chinese rocket that's plunging back towards Earth. The spacecraft is expected to fall to Earth sometime late tonight or into Sunday morning as the rocket descends from orbit into an uncontrolled re-entry. The Tyndonville Oakland Cemetery has been here since 1947. After hearing about the flooding this morning, many families came out, say they're mourning again for their loved ones.
I have my sister out here. I have my mother, my grandmother, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins.
Deborah Fryer wiping tears after seeing that many of her family members' burial grounds are underwater here at the Oakland Tyndonville Cemetery after the Sunday storms.
This is like burying them all over again. This is crazy. Nobody should have to go through this. It's very emotional.
Families here say they've never seen flooding like this. You could see one of the caskets floating out of the water. They are putting the blame on faulty drainage from the new Longleaf housing development next door.
I guarantee you ain't no water floating around their houses.
Sharon Ranson is the president of the board that oversees the cemetery. She says the storm water is supposed to go to this retention pond as part of the new housing development.
Now the cemetery is a retention pond. So once again, it's because of the poor drainage that Pulte, Longleaf subdivision do not want to really state what the problem is.
The developer Pulte Homes calling crews to pump some of the water out of the cemetery. Families just want their loved ones to rest in peace with a permanent solution to the drainage issues so this doesn't happen again.
Ridiculous. We have to pay the price for them to be at peace for this just because they want to build a subdivision? No.
The town of Oakland says they have contacted Pulte Homes and says the developer expressed its commitment to providing a permanent solution to the flooding. In Oakland, Crystal Moyer, Getting Results, News 6. Neighbors here tell me they were shocked when they saw dozens of law enforcement officers show up to this quiet neighborhood. The suspect was arrested at that home behind me along Guadalajara Drive. You could see detectives still there, and they're waiting for crime scene investigators so they can get inside. We're told by neighbors that this home is used as a daycare with an efficiency attached to the side where someone lives. Neighbors say they didn't recognize the man and wonder why he ended up at this house.
There was a gentleman that was kind of speed walking, and when I backed up, I almost actually hit him.
Luis Martinez says he saw the suspect accused of shooting and killing a man outside the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services building in Orlando. The search ending in this quiet Buena Vista Lakes neighborhood. His white truck parked along the street. He says moments later, law enforcement arrived.
And we could see that they were just all swarming. They was all running out there with big guns and stuff.
Sky 6 shows the heavy law enforcement presence, neighbors sharing videos and photos they captured during the ordeal. You can see men in helmets with guns.
Officers with guns, and one tall guy, they raise their hands and that's all, and then they're walking and they take it.
Arresting the suspect at this home that's being used as a daycare. Police surrounding the efficiency attached to the side. After the arrest, parents showed up to pick up their kids.
No, in a situation like that, you don't know if this person is armed or dangerous or whatever. So I'm definitely shaken up a little bit, but my girls are safe and all the other kids are safe, and that's all.
With little information from investigators, neighbors say they still have questions.
Why that house has been a very quiet community, so it is a little alarming. Hopefully it was just an isolated situation.
That mom we spoke to told us the daycare owner did the right thing and immediately called parents to come get their kids. She says the suspect wasn't in the daycare where the kids were because the efficiency is separated from the rest of the home. We did see a man in handcuffs get put onto a stretcher and was transported by the Osceola County Fire Department, but investigators haven't told us the name of the suspect or his condition. For now, reporting live in Osceola County, Crystal Moyer, Getting Results, News 6. It's not only family and friends mourning the loss of Teresa Twist, it's also teachers and students here at Ward Highlands Elementary School, where she worked for more than 7 years.
She gave her absolute heart and soul to our school. She was always the first one to go help someone, whether she worked closely with them or not.
Twist was a volunteer before becoming a teaching assistant for special needs students. Ward Highlands Elementary School Principal Teresa Buck says Twist's passion for her students can be seen through these yearbook photos.
Here's her class, and so they took pictures of their class and then did a really silly, goofy picture. And of course, we decided that was the best one to put into there. Oh, here's a field trip that they took, and where she's helping one of the students churn up some butter.
Twist passed away from COVID-19 complications Thursday. Students now without their teacher and a husband without his wife of 36 years.
We did everything together. She was the woman of a lifetime. Of course, now I'm left wondering what to do.
Twist fought for her life for more than a month here at Ocala Regional Medical Center. Twist's family saying she needed a lung transplant after being diagnosed with pulmonary fibrosis. She would not survive the 8-week grace period needed to get her on a lung transplant list.
She may have died on the table. She may have died 1,000 other ways, but they would have at least given her a fighting chance. And that's all I asked of them.
Twist's family is now calling for a change in policy for hospitals that perform lung transplants to help give other patients a chance, just a chance at life. The Twist family tells me they've reached out to FEMA for some financial assistance for the funeral, and we're told they cannot apply for that until sometime in April. For now, they did create a GoFundMe account, and we posted the link on our website, clickorlando.com. Reporting in Ocala, Crystal Moyer, Getting Results, News 6. Yeah, this season will be a little bit different. Mount Dora Christian Academy has senior night this Friday to ensure that the seniors get the recognition they deserve. Mount Dora Christian Academy football players hit the field for the first time last week in the season opener.
I liked running through the banner again. I liked hearing the crowd cheer. I liked seeing Jumbotron finally on again.
As a senior, Austin Drinkwater says being on the field can have a huge impact on his future.
I know a lot of people aren't playing games, so playing games right now is kind of like a jump start as far as recruiting goes.
As part of their new game day protocol, Mount Dora Christian Academy's athletic director say they have formed a pod with 7 other private schools throughout Central Florida.
Developed a protocol system that's consistent across the board. When we travel to their school or they travel to ours, everything looks the same.
As for the players, if you're not on the field, you're required to wear a face covering. They have socially distant chairs and designated water stations. And if you're a spectator, you'll be sitting on every other row here in the stands. If you're not with a family member, they're asking that you space out.
We are taking advantage of all this outdoor space If you come to the facility and you want to bring a lawn chair, you can sit up on anywhere on the hill up there.
Signs are posted just about everywhere promoting social distancing and required face coverings. The capacity cut to 50% for games, and tickets are only sold online.
We're doing temperature checks to every single person that comes into the facility. We have about 8 people working the gates. So they come in, they get their ticket scanned, they get their temperature scanned. We make sure they have a mask, and then they're allowed to come in.
For senior night this Friday, gates open at 6:30 p.m. with kickoff at 7. In Mount Dora, Crystal Moyer, Getting Results, News 6.